Hindi is the third most spoken language in the world, although the strength of AI models doesn't necessarily reflect that. We're releasing Trelis Tara, a frontier model for Hindi transcription. It outperforms ElevenLabs on all the Hindi benchmarks we've tested, and it's competitive with Sarvam Sarvas V3, a model by the frontier Indian lab that just raised $300 million. Trelis Tara is available as open weights and also via API, and it supports code switching, which means producing transcript with both Hindi and Latinized scripts. I'll take you through the benchmarks and show you a quick demo. So here's Trelis Tara, and you can see the benchmark for Hindi performance. Trelis leading ElevenLabs on all of these benchmarks here, and also very tight, better in many cases than Sarvam Sarvas V3. You can see here the differences are quite small. In fact, if you rerun the tests, there's an error typically of about 0.1 to 0.2%. I'll also note that in benchmarks for Hindi, there's a lot of sensitivity to the choice of normalization. There are potentially different choices you can make around how to write scripts, whether a dot goes under certain scripts, and the conventions can be different between the benchmarks, while a model will always provide one consistent benchmark. So that's something worth keeping in mind, and it can lead to differences of even up to 1 full percentage point of word error rate. You can also check out the model card here, Trelis Tara on Hugging Face, if you want to run the model. It's based on Whisper Large v3, so it runs with the standard pipelines like Faster Whisper or VLLM. You can also run it on your laptop because it's a fairly small 2 billion parameter model. If you scroll down beyond the Hindi benchmark numbers, you can see here also some numbers around English. This is where you have spoken language that's both Hindi with English mixed in. And here, working up from the bottom, Trelis Tara is basically within error on these lower 3 benchmarks, although on English, Trelis is a little bit behind Sarvam and ElevenLabs on this Cauchy 500 benchmark. One of the weaknesses of the Tara model is that on very heavily accented English, so a Hindi speaker with accented English, the Trelis Tara model is not quite as strong as Sarvas and ElevenLabs here. The English performance is quite good for this model. It's not quite as good though as Scribe V2 from ElevenLabs is very heavily trained on English, and it's a really strong English model. So the English performance is not quite as strong on this model as ElevenLabs, although within the vicinity of Sarvam, maybe even a little bit better here on Common Voice English. I have run a little sample of audio, which is a chess streamer talking Hindi with some English mixed in. And you'll see here I've transcribed it in mixed code. So you have both the Hindi script and also English here. We'll just listen to a small piece.
और बिशप G5 इतने moves common है यहाँ पे D into C4 भी correct.
So there's a quick example. I don't speak Hindi myself, but I can obviously see the English. And then if you retranscribe it with the code switch mode off, it will just give you the Hindi script. So we should see all the words now, and I can't understand these, but I believe they're a reasonable match. Now, when you force words in English into Hindi script, that doesn't necessarily always make sense. And that is one of the reasons why having the code switch mode is something that's quite useful. So this is the Trelis Tara model. You can try it out, as I said, on Hugging Face or on Trelis Router. I want to thank the team as well, in particular to Aquila. It's incredible work to be able to get to a frontier standard model compared to the resources that are there behind labs that are much bigger in terms of compute and in terms of staffing. So very pleased with the achievement and appreciative of the work that was done. Let us know any comments below. Cheers.